everyone, today I'll be reviewing this highly anticipated show just dropped on Netflix. It's called Three Body Problem, and this show, it is from the creator who is behind Game of Thrones. That's right, they are behind this show. So some people will be angry at this show, especially what they have done with Game of Thrones. That being said, this show is actually based on this huge popular book, like sci-fi book in China. And of course, later on, this book was published in English, and that book was also very popular. So that explains why the cast was the way it was. So I did appreciate the diverse cast for this show, because it is adapted for, worldwide audience. So, it will have diverse cast. Netflix is trying to appeal to everyone. So, I get that. But I don't know how the Chinese audience will feel watching this show, because they will be like, some of the probably cast and the character are race swap. That I'm saying based on, because this is a Chinese book, that is what I'm saying, I guess. Let me know in the comment, what do you think about some of this character? However, this show brings, I had no idea though about the book or anything. I have not read it. So because this show brings such a complicated idea about this sci-fi, the world is facing this world-ending crisis and all this life-ending stuff in the show, and the concept with the science, God, all this thing the show bring. None of this idea they bring here, they're not good at execution at all. You are like, what you are saying? The biggest problem with the show is none of these characters are on screen. They are not likable at all. They are so mean to each other. And I get it, they have history with each other, but they are really mean on screen, and none of these actors actually do good job in this show. And I feel sad saying this, because I do like some of these actors. Unfortunately, the script they were given, they were probably like shocked what they have to say in this show. I mean, like, the plot was already complicated, and all this time jump and going back to past, future, and the present, often it was really confusing, honestly. Although I try my best to like the show, but first few episodes for this show is actually quite like so sad, and it's not entertaining at all. Definitely not very engaging. It's really slow. The show is so slow, and none of these characters are on screen. You don't like them. What are they saying? None of this dialogue makes sense. And I get it. These are all scientists, and is that how scientists talk in real life? You're like. And biggest problem with a lot of people watching the show is these characters you are watching on screen. None of them are believable. Although these actors are, like, some of them are so good actors, like Liam Cunningham is from Game of Thrones, and also like some of these actors are from Game of Thrones, and I do like them so much. But I felt like when I was watching the show, none of these actors I like, especially the detective guy who was in Doctor Strange. You know him. He's a good actor in Doctor Strange. He done good job. But in this show, though, like, all this character they do is just smoke on screen. You're like, how much you have to smoke? This is really so slow burn, and it does bring very complicated concept. It does have all this time jump here and there. It just makes audience so confused. That is why I see this show is actually getting quite a low score on Rotten Tomatoes, because if you see the show, you will understand. I don't imagine this show will appeal to beside people who read the book. Like, if you have not read the book, you will totally lost. And overall, the way this show ends is also very unsatisfying. Overall, I did not like this show. Honestly, I was really disappointed watching it. I tried so hard to like this show, but I just couldn't like this show. This show was really very boring. Dialogues are bad, and the complicated concept it brings really bad on execution. Overall, it was really let down. If you have read the book, you let me know in the comment, did you like this show? Because I like to know people who read the book, how they feel watching it. People who have no idea what this show is about, they will be really lost and bored. And that was my thought on this. Let me know in the comment, what do you think about this show? If you enjoyed this review, don't you want to review another show? If you enjoyed this, please subscribe, and I see you next time. Please take care.